chicken tenders, homemade chicken tenders. So you might be thinking, oh my gosh, homemade chicken tenders, that sounds miserable. I can just buy them in the store and bake them and we can eat them. Well, that's true, but your breading will be processed. It won't be as good for you. There's ingredients you don't want in your food. And also it's not very hard, honestly. So I'm gonna do it, show you, and my family loves this. Hey girls, do you guys like these chicken tenders?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So first step, I have chicken breasts. There were 3 chicken breasts, and I cut them into what I call tenders. You can use actual tenders that you buy, but there are lots of tendons in them, which I don't like when you get that chewy section, so I just cut my tenders. This is cornflakes, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna crush it up with my hand, super easy, and get it. And what I want is that I want it to stick to my chicken. So that's why I have this egg wash. I still have a fork over here, I didn't mean to. And so this is just 2 eggs with some water. So I'm just gonna take my chicken, super easy. I'm going to dip it into my egg, and then I'm gonna drop it into the cornflakes, get the cornflakes to stick, and then I'm going to set it on my pan. Now I sprayed this pan with cooking spray or this cookie sheet. Now our cookie sheets, I don't know about you, but ours always end up turning terrible colors. They're like black and they look dirty. So I just throw foil over it and spray it. There's no reason to kill yourself to try to clean these pans as far as I'm concerned. So I'm just gonna keep doing this. And while I do this, I'm gonna move the camera in a second for a close-up shot. And I know that on the cooking shows they say use a wet hand and a dry hand. You know what? I end up with some cornflakes on my hand. It's really not the end of the world. And then I just drop them right on there. And I'm gonna bake these in a 400-degree oven for about, I would say about 15 to 20 minutes. And about 15 minutes, I flip them over so that the bottom can get crispy. Because the bottom will be a little bit, I don't want to use the word moist, but not as crispy as the top. So I just flip them over, cook them for another 5 minutes, and it's good to go. So let me just keep on going here. Yeah, just throw them on the pan. And I'm gonna season these up after the fact. The other thing I'm gonna do is, some of them, my husband eats even lower carb than I do. So the cornflakes, if you eat probably 4 of these, you might get 15 grams of carbs total. My husband wants like 0. So I'm just gonna egg them up. It's already sprayed, the pan. I'm just gonna drop them on. And when I season them, I might spray that with a little cookie spray, season those up, and they'll be plain. And he can dip them in some type of low carb dip. Buffalo sauce, hot sauce, anything like that will work perfectly. So these will be his. And the girls and I like the crust on them, which is cornflakes. And again, the cornflakes are gluten-free, so that's helpful too. So even if you're low carb, maybe you're gluten-free, cornflakes are a great option. You can buy the non-GMO ones if you like. These are just generic ones from the grocery store. But I'm doing the same thing over and over, and it probably will take, 5 minutes total. This was the chicken tenders that I cut. This is the cornflakes, what's left of them. This is the egg wash. There's some cornflakes in there, no big deal. And now I'm gonna season up the chicken tenders. So I'm gonna take my cooking spray. Oh, there's the oven. I'm gonna take the cooking spray. I'm just gonna spray them all off just a little so the seasoning sticks. And again, this is super basic stuff, but it's delicious. And this is onion. These are granulated onion. I use onion powder, granulated onion. I use them about the same. I'm not particular. Whatever the store has in big quantity, I'll buy, because this is one of my pantry staples. So tons of onion on there. And then we'll use some garlic. This is garlic powder.
Oh, the dog. Please, would you move the dog?
And apparently our dog is in the shop. That's okay, he's fine. Just leave him. So garlic powder all over all of them. And even these plain ones. If you wanted to on these plain ones, you could actually use Italian dressing on them. I'm just seasoning them up the same because I didn't want anything different on those. So you could use Italian dressing on these if you liked. And again, this is Italian seasoning. This is our last seasoning we're putting on. I haven't get any yet. Oh, and I'm not super picky about all this. And then the last thing I can do is, we're gonna put the camera back. So I'm gonna throw these in the oven, 400 degrees, for about 15 to 20 minutes. And about the 13 or 15 mark, I'm gonna flip them over. And then when they come out, you will be able to see them. Yay. The chicken tenders are out of the oven. Yay. I cooked them for 13 minutes and I flipped them and cooked them for another 5. And I re-seasoned the tops just so they looked pretty. Don't forget to like and subscribe below.